What's up, everybody? So it's like, it's 10:20 at night here at the shop, and just frustrated beyond all means. So I'm sitting here fixing a customer's car because, well, it's an old Altima, and this guy's going to be a doctor one day, and he's probably going to save somebody's life. So it's going to be kind of cool, but I get to offer this repair for him. I wanted to fix something for free for him, so I'm doing that. And it's not to toot my own horn. It's just because I'm sitting here working on this car, and my phone buzzes. And it's another one-star review. So let me tell you about how I earned this one-star review and the other 3 that are associated with this same car. So young lady brings this car in, older Scion XB, and she says that the last shop told her it's got extreme electrical issues and that they're not sure what's wrong with it. So they dropped the car off. It's scheduled, and we're like 4 weeks out right now. It's crazy. There's 60-something cars on the lot, and we're trying to cover all the stuff that's going on. And so anyways, we get the car in like 2 weeks, I think, is how long it takes to get to it. It's scheduled 4 weeks out, but we get to it before the scheduled date, which was talked about on the phone. And we go out to the car, and the car has a completely stone-cold dead battery. So we charge it for most of the day, test it, it fails. We have a policy, and the policy is we don't diagnose cars with bad batteries. We broke that policy for this car. So we went ahead and went to try to diagnose the vehicle. We drove the vehicle for 32 miles. Was unable to get it to replicate the dying concern. It did have kind of like a jerking to it. It wasn't exactly registering misfires, but looking at some oscilloscope data, there was some obvious misfires. Having a conversation with the young lady that owned it, asked her about the maintenance. She hadn't had the car very long, so she didn't know much about the maintenance that was going on with it. So we recommended spark plugs based on mileage, as they're due every 30K on that car, and there was no record of it. They had dots on them like they were original. It's got some serious miles on it. I don't remember the mileage in the car. Well over 100K. So, and then the battery was failed, so we recommended a battery. Now, I sell batteries at a regular markup like everyone else does. I think I got like a 40% gross margin on a battery. So, yeah, it was an expensive battery. It was like $300 and something. Frustratingly enough, they approved that work. I wish they wouldn't have approved anything. So at this point in time, we've got a full day of charging the battery, which, by the way, they signed for paying $450 for the battery, which before they dropped the car off, stating that the battery was in good shape, that it was fully charged for us to diagnose the car with extreme electrical issues. That conversation was had. I have it on recording. And they signed for that, but, of course, now today, that they signed for the $300 and something battery, plus installation, plus cable cleaning, repairing of a terminal, retesting the battery system and charging system, and for a draw and everything. We do all of that with it. That's all written into it. So, when you get your battery replaced at the parts store and they come outside and then they scratch your car up and they put a battery in and they don't reset your clock, they don't do any of those things. We do all of that. And much, much more. So that's the problem with the general public, is they believe that battery replacement or brakes or whatever is a commodity. It's the same at one place as it is another. Not at all. We do a lot more for it. And so anyways, but we estimate the battery and they approve it. They look at the job and they approve it. We estimated spark plugs, $200 and something, I think, was the total cost on the spark plugs, parts, labor, recheck, everything. Same oscilloscope test afterwards. All of our repairs have a retest line built in where we redo the same test over again to show results afterwards. So we do all of that. So again, not a commodity. What we do here is a high level of repair, better than anyone else in town. I will put that up to the test. I have. That's well proven that 1,700 other repair shops in our area use us for diag and repair. And we use 0 other repair shops in town, except for bodywork. I use Professional Bodyworks for paint over in Bixby. They just did my truck. Thanks, guys. Willie, you guys always do great. So, because I don't do bodywork. So yeah, we take care of that car. We get it running and driving, drive it 32 miles. We cannot replicate the concern. We let the customer know, hey, we couldn't find anything wrong besides the spark plugs and the battery. And so maybe just a failing battery and misfires was the problem. Let us know if there's any problem. She takes the vehicle. I haven't heard anything from them, but I got 4 one-star reviews from all of her family, her grandparents, her mother, and somebody else. Anyways, 4 1-star reviews saying we ripped her off and that we do things and take advantage of women. This business, Liz owns this shop. I run L1 Automotive Training, which is not open to the public, thank God. We are a female-owned shop. Liz runs that front office. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know half the procedures. I answer phones and try to help put tickets in. I help with diags here, and I take cars from here and diagnose them and film and make training content and stuff where I teach around the country and the world. And it's disheartening to me that, I mean, there's an automatic text message sent every time we do a job, 24 hours after pickup. It's like, hey, we're really thank you for letting us service your vehicle. If there's any problem, please call. And it's got Liz's name and number on there, and it says to call her if there's any problems. We'd love to remedy it. So there's tons of accusations in the 1-star review that we put a used battery in the car. We bought a brand new battery. I'm sorry. Yeah, the date code might have been 2 or 3 months old. But that's because they sell on the shelf that long. I can't control that. It's just really frustrating that you do everything you can for people. You bend over backwards. You give every opportunity, like, please call if you're dissatisfied. Honestly, like, if they had called and been like, hey, this battery's kind of expensive, I probably would have looked at the battery in comparison to the MSRP for that battery and been like, yeah, you know what, it is kind of expensive. And I probably would have, like, adjusted the price. I don't do it very often, and I'm the worst about it. I'm a sympathetic biller, but, I try to have gross margins that put me at like 40% on most parts, which is about 20% lower than most of the industry tells you to do. But our labor is a little bit higher because we spend all that extra time retesting and stuff. And I can't build value on the part that they can still buy for the same part at the parts store, but I can build a ton of value in having the best technicians in the country here. And it really frustrates me that, and I'm sorry, my voice is trashed. I was supposed to teach tonight and I can't. I taught all weekend and so I'm sorry. It frustrates me that Liz works really hard to set everything up, to take care of people and to honor people and to do our best to make sure that these people and everyone has a safe vehicle to drive. We turn away work every day because it's unsafe to do the repair, and everybody around us does it, and it literally eats us up. It eats us up to the point to where we think every day about, like, would it be better to go back to just servicing other shops? And we daily deal with someone telling us they're glad they found us. But then there's these ones, and they go and tell their whole family to give us a 1-star review. None of them have read the report. They didn't even read what we wrote to them, because what they said in their reviews is complete false. That's not what happened. We have pictures of everything. They said that we said some coolant leak was an oil leak. No, there's clear pictures of an oil leak on it. It's just so frustrating. We work so hard. Anyways, I'm griping and just bitching for no reason. So anyways, I'm venting. This makes me feel better. Thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate all of the comments and everything. It's awesome. I love you guys. You're amazing. And just keep on being awesome. And just show appreciation to people you spend money with. When small businesses around you do good, tell them how well they do. Leave them a review. Those things are big. We don't do any advertising or anything, and it just frustrates me that we'll do everything and say everything we can to help someone and be open when there's a problem and try to fix it, and then we get this kind of treatment. And we tried calling them. They won't answer. They won't answer the phone. We want to talk to them. We want to say, what happened? What's going on? You said another mechanic changed the water pump and the thermostat. The car never overheated while it was here. We have pictures of where the coolant was full. It shows on the digital vehicle inspection the coolant was full. I just don't know. I'm so frustrated because we did everything we could to help, and that's how we got treated. So anyways, love you guys. Thank you for listening to me babbling, and I'm gonna get back to fixing this Altima and the sweet Bronco. Like, it's an awesome looking Bronco. And then yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.